Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us today for some professional development on Classlink. I'm going to walk you through some functionalities that you might want to use for Classlink and show you a couple of cool features that it has to offer. So when you first get into Classlink, we're going to have you log in with Google. Now, on your very first time, you probably went ahead and logged in with Active Directory. And if you're attempting to log in with Google now and you're getting some sort of error message, go ahead and use the login with Active Directory and use your Active Directory credentials. And then we're going to get your Google account connected. Once you log into Classlink, you want to check out this top right-hand corner where you have your profile. So by clicking on your little icon, it'll bring you this drop-down menu where you can click on My Profile so we can start getting your profile set up correctly. In general, you're going to see that you have the option to change your icon here. You can put your own picture here or use the one that you select. Here's all of your information that they have on your account. So your name display and all of that will all be found here. On the left side, you also have your option of sign-in options. And I'm going to jump down to this one because this one's really important for connecting your Google account. So for both teachers and students, you want to make sure that your Google account or their Google account has been connected. And by clicking on sign-in options, you'll see there are 3 ways to sign in. One is using your Active Directory login, which is what we all used when we very first got started. And then the next one being your Google account. And mine is already connected. If I were to disconnect, it gives me that option to connect. By clicking connect and entering in my Google information, it will connect my Google account to my Classlink page. And now when I log in, I can always use that login with Google function on the main page. Over here on the left-hand side, we also have the option for personalizing and making our Classlink look like how we would like to see it. So you have some options for colors. You can change your background image. You can upload your own image. You can change the font style and make it your own. You also have a password locker within Classlink, and the password locker is what actually stores your information and passwords for the single sign-in functionality that Classlink offers. So you can see that some of mine say not set and some of mine say completed. Now, if they say completed, that means there is a stored password for that site. And if it says not set, that just means that I haven't verified the password that I want stored for that website. So if I accidentally stored the wrong password for that website, I can edit here and update the password that it should be using to auto log me into the program I selected. All right. Another cool feature that Classlink offers is the auto launch feature. And the auto launch allows you to have any selected apps that you have open up in a new tab at the same time when you open your Classlink page. So right now I have my Gmail turned on, my Google Calendar turned on, and my Google Classroom turned on. But if I wanted another application, for example, maybe the CIA website, if I wanted that to open as soon as I clicked on my Classlink page, I could turn that on. And then when I click on Classlink, it will auto open the selected apps in a new tab. I recommend especially having your Google Classroom one turned on. And for us, the Gmail one is one that is very handy to have. Okay, so again, the auto launch, once turned on, opens up any application that you've selected in a new tab at the same time without you having to open it individually. Sign-on options is where we went to ensure that our Google account was connected. So again, this is where you can make sure that your students their accounts are also connected so they can use their Google login. Password setup and recovery. Not too much going on in here. You can put in some information to help verify your account. That way, in case you get logged out, you can help yourself here. Analytics just opens a page that tells you how many times you've clicked on some of the apps, but it's not really of use to us. And same thing with security. You can click into security and it just gives you a brief overview of how often you've been on certain applications. Okay, that's pretty much it for my profile. So I'm going to close out our profile and start looking at my Classlink page. So up here on the right side, next to your profile option, you have a help icon. And by clicking on here, I can get in contact with Classlink directly and get any kind of support that I need from Classlink directly here. Okay, again, this is going to Classlink, so if you need some one-on-one help, feel free to email your EdTech coaches, and we'd be happy to give you support on any questions that you have. Next to there, you have your notifications icon. All this is telling you is if there's some sort of message that the district wants to push out, there would be a little one icon or a little one indicator here that a notification was sent to your Classlink. Next to that, you have your edit mode and your search bar. So right now you can see that I have not an overwhelming amount of apps, but my search bar allows me to break down and remove apps so that I can just stay focused on the ones that I'm looking for. So for example, if I'm looking for my Google apps, I can type in Google and it's going to show me any apps that are affiliated with Google. Okay, so this is a quick way to search. When you are looking to see if you have an app, you can quickly search for the name of it right here in your search bar. Now, if you go searching for it and you realize you don't have it, you might want to add an app. So right over here on the left-hand side, you have the option to add apps using the app library. Okay, so when you click on that plus sign and get into the app library, it will default and drop you into all apps available. And these are ones that are suggested by Classlink. There's pages to go through, or you can search and narrow it down by category. Now, Classlink has a lot to offer, apps they suggest, but right here we have our Lancaster School District library where you're going to find by toggling over to that. These are the ones that we have pushed out to you that we feel that most of our teachers some of them are using. These ones are going to be, your Illuminate and your Go Guardian app you can find in here. Our Connect Ed app can be found in here. And any other can be found in the app library. Okay. Now, if you're looking for an app and you're not finding what you're looking for, you do also have the option to add your own app. So if I were to click on add my own app, it's going to ask me to give it a name. So maybe I would like to have an app for my new teacher website. So I'm going to give it a title, and after titling it, I'm going to tell it which website I want it to go to. So I'm pasting the website that I want it to go to. I'm going to select an icon to be represented on my Classlink page. This one works for me. And by clicking Add App, I have now successfully added a new quick link to my website. Okay. So again, to add a new app, I went up to the app library, opened my app library, either selected a new app, browsed and selected one from my Lancaster library, or added my own app this way. Okay. Now, once you have all of your apps that you were hoping for added to your Classlink page, you want to start to organize your apps. So we want to edit our Classlink page. So again, in this top right-hand corner, I'm looking for the edit icon and putting it into edit mode. Now, I know I'm in edit mode because there is this big black bar on the top right here that is kind of blacked out so that you can select different things. So the first thing we have is our create. So we have create a new app. This is going to do the same exact thing that it does when you do create a new app from the app library. So again, it brings open that app library and you can go through the process of adding your own app, naming the app, telling it what website you want it to go to, and selecting an icon. Okay. In addition to being able to create a new app on here, we can also create a new folder. So if you click create new folder, it's going to ask you to give your folder a color, and we need to name this folder. So maybe I want a folder that has all math apps. Okay. So I titled my folder all math apps and I'm clicking save. And now that created me a folder on my Classlink page. Now to move things into my folder, I'm going to just click on the icon that I want to move, hold and drag it, and drop it into the respective folder. Come on. Okay. So I can see now my Desmos app is within my all apps folder. Okay. Notice that once I've created this folder, I do have a little icon in here that's another edit icon that allows me to rename this folder if I wanted to, or change the color if I wanted to. While in edit mode, you also have the ability to pick up and rearrange any of your icons by clicking on the icon, holding it down, and dragging it around. So this is how you, again, pick them up, and you can place them into folders, or you can just pick them up and rearrange them. You'll notice I have my most frequently used ones up here in the top. Okay. You can also pick up and move the complete folder to any location within your Classlink page as well. So far we looked at creating a new app and creating a new folder and how to move and organize your Classlink page. Next, to create, you have the icon style indicator. So if you prefer to have little round icons, this is just a style choice, or your standard square ones. You also have the option to make these bigger. This might be good for people who have a lot or little icons on there, or if you have a lot and you want to be able to see them all, you might want to select the smaller size. You can also change the font size, so this will just resize your titles. You also have your palettes. Again, you can find this information in my profile as well, but this is just going to change my top navigation bar to the color of my choice. Here again is where you can select wallpaper. If you want a fancy background for your Classlink page, this is where you can go to select that. And it will change your wallpaper, so every time you log into your Classlink, it is personalized to your liking. Okay. Those are pretty much all of your choices for you in edit mode. So right here again on create is where you can get your new folder and your new apps, in addition to this plus sign that also allows you to access new apps in our app library. Once you're done editing your Classlink page, you can close the edit mode by selecting the X in the top right corner, and then that puts it back into functioning mode, and now all of your apps are live. One thing I want to point out to you is my little rocket that is showing on these two applications. Oh, three applications. I have those three set up. And that's, again, the auto launch feature. So that means the next time that I log into my Classlink page, not only will Classlink open, but my Gmail, my calendar, and my Google Classroom will all open up on the top in three separate tabs. Back into edit mode, you can hover over your icons, and you'll notice that you have a little rocket. So you can actually turn this feature on and off very quickly by hovering over and selecting that little rocket. And again, that rocket is the indicator for auto launching. All right, friends, that's about it for Classlink. Please reach out to any of your EdTech coaches if you have any additional questions or need some more help with this program. Thank you so much for joining us.